Ba-dum bum bum bum. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back.
Hello and welcome back to Slapback Chat Frat. We've been on a small hiatus over the summer, but it's nice to be back. Can I please welcome back our lovely guests, Mr. Joe Butterball, Mr. Dickie Fontaine, and Mr. Dave White. How's everybody doing since we last congregated?
Yeah, good, thanks. Not too bad. I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh, nice!
Loving life.
Yeah, I haven't moved off this sofa all day.
Oh my god.
I haven't got dressed. I haven't showered.
15-year-old Joe is in heaven.
Yeah, I think I might be depressed.
On second thoughts, I might be a little bit glum, but
I'm either living the absolute life or I'm clinically depressed.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess. Time will tell.
Best thing to do with depression is just have a little chuckle, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Life's awful.
Just cheer up. Just cheer up a bit, I guess.
I tell you what,
Pull yourself together.
Yeah, man up. Yeah. Toxic masculinity. We need more of it. I painted some stairs today.
Oh shit! Hot diggity damn.
Yeah.
What colour did you go for?
I went for
Stair
white.
colour.
In fact, shall I do a bit of a roving reporter?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it live on the scene.
Okay.
Life itself.
Yeah. Okay. So live from the scene of the stairs. It's gonna, we've had eyewitness accounts of the stairs who described them as majestic. That's the stairs. Look at that.
Whoa!
Fucking hell, that is clean.
That's clean and white. Yeah.
White.
Look at that.
Fresh. Very nice. Very nice work indeed, Joe.
Oh wow!
So that's mainly what I was doing last night and today when I'm supposed to have been at work.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. What about you, Mr. White? What have you been up to?
Well, I was thinking, I was talking to a friend of mine, Rich, and you probably know he's got a little baby who's turning 1 this weekend. It's her birthday this weekend. And Rich announced to us on the weekend that he and his wife have decided to bring up their baby.
Ninja.
But ninja, not ninja. It's binary. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
that makes sense. Yeah,
I haven't heard this. So apparently, binary is that.
Where you only speak in
Zero
zeros and
ones.
ones.
Yeah. Robo baby. Yeah.
Apparently not. That's what I thought. But apparently, it means without any kind of gender specific traits or stereotypes. So like as in, girls don't have to be pretty, boys don't have to be strong, and all those kind of things. It sounds like a really, really cool idea. When you think about some of the crappiest things that happen to kids as they grow up, it can be kind of related to their gender, as in, men are told to be strong and, not talk about their feelings. Women are supposed to be thin and attractive and all those things. So this is kind of like bringing up their child, not like androgynous, but not kind of ascribing to any particular gender traits. So that was quite a thought-provoking thing when he told us, although my mate Mike, who's quite right-wing, just responded with a load of fucking bollocks. So he wasn't
good to have balance, though.
Yeah.
Balance indeed. But just one question about this. So what happens if this girl, and she grows up and she's really, really pretty and slender? Does she have to burn her face and then eat loads, or the guy is super strong and just quite mute about his feelings?
Can I just say, Ollie, I'm offended because fat people with burns on their face can also be beautiful.
They also can be beautiful. I'm not
high-roaded.
Hashtag woke.
I'm burn shaming again, aren't I? Sorry, burn gang. Sorry.
But this gender thing, it does run deep. So I bought some Kinder eggs the other day for a dinner party that we were invited to, because Anya said that we had to bring pudding. So I was like, right, Kinder
Pudding.
eggs.
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely nailed it. But the choice on offer was you could either get a pink Kinder egg or a blue Kinder egg. And in the pink Kinder egg, the toys that you've got are like princesses and stuff like that. And in the blue one, it's superheroes. They're even bloody gendering Kinder eggs. That's, runs deep.
It runs deep, mate. It's ingrained, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea, and I think it's good. Although, in my opinion, you know, men and women are fundamentally different.
Well observed.
Appreciate that. You know, as far as I can tell from my limited inspections. But
it's the genitals mainly, isn't it? That's
genitals.
Thank God.
Give it away.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it'd just be two dicks trying to poke each other.
Action manning.
I'm not that sure that's how they do it, Joe. I think they've got a way around.
it is.
Got a workaround.
It's the Richard Herring thing. One has to open up for the other. As is my understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since I did biology, but yeah.
Sounds like you've got it nailed.
Yeah.
So what's your newsy item, Ollie?
So what have we doing? I went to that America place that all the people talk about on the internet, and
Is it real?
yeah, pretty good. It's got some interesting things. I had not an altercation, not an altercation as such, but I had an interesting predicament happen to me after a night out. So I was in this club doing the dance, went out for a cigarette, and then met this lady. And then I was in that zone of like, I need to have sex right now mentality. And so I started talking to her and stuff, and then she was like, oh, you know, like, do you want to come back to my motel? So I was like, sure. And she was like, and quote unquote, she was like, I will need to see the produce first. And I was like, no fucking word about, like, quote, that was the exact phrase as well. Produce.
But luckily, you'd just been shopping, right?
I'm stacked with brim of produce here.
That would have been the best. I've got plenty of produce for you.
Yeah. That's a fresh halibut. No worries.
Exactly, right? Yeah, yeah. Spare carp in my pants. So, yeah. So, basically, I had to sort of, what's the word? Produce the produce. That's quite a good sentence. Produce the produce. Down, like, I like to say an alley. It was more like a doorway. So it wasn't the most discreet of maneuvers, but it passed the produce test, so that was good.
What was the criteria of the test?
I don't know. Maybe she's just like, well, okay, it's there. Maybe she's been hoodwinked before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel really sorry for the lady that has to ask to see the inspection first. Some horrible.
Well, you know, there's a story there, isn't there? She's been burned before.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's been burnt before, but then things just got.
Stop going on about burning, Ollie.
Hashtag burn shame.
Yeah.
So so we walked back to her car, and then I was kind of thinking, because obviously I was incredibly drunk, and then because it was like 3 a.m. or 3:30 or something like that, and she was completely sober. I mean, who goes out clubbing sober and picks up guys? It's kind of
a lunatic.
Only a mental case.
Well, yeah. So I got in a car, and then she started driving. She was just like, "Oh yeah, it's just around this corner, just around this corner, just around this corner." And I was like, "There's been a lot of fucking corners right now."
She's kicking you around in a circle.
Well, this American dude that I met in the place we were staying, he was like, "Where the fuck are you? Like, he disappeared like 20 minutes ago." I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of with a girl." And he was like, "But where are you?" I was like, "I don't know." So he asked me to drop a pin, and I dropped a pin because obviously I had no fucking idea. I was like, she'd driven like 15 minutes outside of the city by this point, and I was like, "Okay, it's a bit weird." I was like, "Where is your motel?" She was like, "Oh, I just need to go get some gas." And I was like, "Okay." And then we went to this gas station that wasn't really a gas station. I mean, it had a pump there, but it didn't have like, you know, it wasn't open. And there was like, and then she was like, "Oh, damn, we're gonna have to go a bit further." And I was like, "I think I might need to go because I'm not sure where this is gonna be going." And then so basically, and then she was like, "Oh, that's fine," and then just dropped me back in town. So it like nothing.
That's weird. That was 3/4 of that was the start of a horror film.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is what I was thinking, and also
with a really disappointing surprise twist of, yeah, no worries.
See you later.
Hope you enjoyed your ride.
It's like M. Night Shyamalan's just given up.
You're gonna be on Sacha Baron Cohen's new show, aren't you?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Well, I didn't even like kiss her. I didn't do anything, and it was just really, really odd. And like, but then the next day, like, they were like, apparently, this is not probably it, but it could have so been it. New Orleans has like the most frequent amount of people go missing in the whole of the world, or something ridiculous statistic like that, basically. So that could have been me, man.
Jesus, how did you talk your way out of that?
I didn't. I was just like, oh look, I'm really sorry. Like my mates are like getting after me because we're leaving tomorrow morning at like fucking shit AM and that. So I need to get back, go back into town. And then she was like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, I can just get out of here and grab a cab. She was like, no, I'll drop you back in. I was like, what would have actually happened? Guys, what do you think would have happened after
Saw.
this? A Saw, just general Saw.
The film.
Well,
I'm guessing something like the plot of Saw.
The only thing that, like, I would have said that doesn't necessarily sound dodgy. The thing that sounds, like saying like come back to my motel and driving there is kind of doesn't sound weird. But
No.
the two things that are weird is, one, she was completely sober, looking for obviously someone who might have been drinking, and two, that she didn't just straight away say my hotel or motel is quite a way out. Like if she just said it's like a 20-minute drive away, or are you cool with that, then that would have been normal. But like rather than just saying it's just round the corner repeatedly, that's weird.
Like, and why have you got a hotel like 20 minutes, if it even exists, outside of the city? I mean, we were gone for a long time. It was like an hour round trip. So who knows?
Yeah.
See, I would have been thrown by the produce request, because in my mind, the produce is what you produce. So I would have assumed that she actually wanted to see jizz. So it could have been a completely different experience if she walked down the alley with me and I just cracked one off and handed her some of my man paste.
Here you go. I think you'll find this is all above board.
Here's
Yeah. You'd like to taste the sample.
I've done this before.
Yeah. So that was an interesting one. So I don't know what would have happened. What would have happened?
Yeah.
So,
No, I think you did the right thing, though.
I think you definitely did the right thing.
That sounds
All
pretty
manner of weirdness.
bizarre. Yeah.
It does sound like the beginning to a 999 episode, doesn't it?
Well, this is it. And then I got back, and then my mate banged some Norwegian dude in our car. So that was good. I got to sit in that for the 8-hour drive the next day. So woohoo! Yeah, so that's all good.
Nice.
Fun times. So yeah, that was
That's a good story. That's very good. Yeah, I like it.
That was a little round of applause. Yeah.
Yes, it was
I've
an
got
odd one.
nothing that can compete with that. My only, like, this is not even a half story. It doesn't have any of the drama. But this happened to me last Friday. So I was late for work and I was in the house, and Anya had left and I was by myself, and I was feeling a little bit weird. So I started singing a song, like a made up ditty, which went something like, gotta go to work, gotta be grown up, I don't wanna go, it's gonna be rubbish, got loads to do, loads of stuff to do, gotta be a grown up, don't wanna go. Something like that. And it just kept going round and round and round again. Yeah. And I was singing it quite loudly, because no one was in the house. But whilst I was walking to the door, I was still singing this song about not wanting to go to work or be a grown-up when I opened the door and the postman was standing there laughing at me. just going, don't want to go, don't want to be a grown-up. And then I opened the door, and there he was.
Do you reckon he posted the letters and then just waited for
Yeah.
you to come at the door? Just,
Who is this guy? I need to see this guy.
Yeah.
It's Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that was my whole story. I got caught singing a song about not wanting to be a grown-up.
Very nice.
I thought I was by myself.
The postman always rings twice and then listens to you sing. That was the follow-up.
Yeah. Dave, have you got what's been happening to you? Anything interesting?
Nothing more interesting than the. Oh, actually, I did did go out on my boat yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So get rid of the body.
Yeah. I took my dad and my brother out to Drake's Island.
Which one came
town.
back?
Nice.
We all came back, which was surprising.
It was just a fret.
Oh,
It
that's
was quite-
exciting, mate.
Yeah, well, it's a private island, and so we weren't supposed to be there. So it was quite exciting, and we don't really know what we're doing with the boat. So it was a miracle that we did all come back in one piece. And yeah, it was something that my dad's always wanted to do. So he's going to be 80 next year, and he said that was something that he wanted to cross off his bucket list. So
Nice.
It's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Although he did struggle a little bit with getting back in the boat. Mobility is not what it used to, and kind of ended up face first, legs in the air, trying to maneuver himself around, which accused us of undignifying him.
Were you doing
much
the
the
classic
case.
routine of like every time someone tries to get into the boat, you just kind of start it ever so slightly, all like rocking it?
Just give it a little jiggle, and he really hates water as well.
What's the boat called? Because we had a long discussion about naming the boat at Russell Garnett's birthday party, and it was it was Russell's present that Russ got to name the boat. So what was the end result?
Well, yeah, just a little background for Dan and Ollie's benefit and the viewers. Joe and I went over to Chelmsford for Russ's birthday, and
Essex.
no point in the entire journey did Joe mention that he brought presents. And I hadn't thought about it. Turned up, and everyone started handing over their presents, and all the blood fell out of my face. I started feeling very awkward. So basically placated Russell by giving him naming rights to my boat. And he finally.
That's good.
Yeah, well, we had a few ideas. We had naughty but nice, but we'd done it that it was going to be naughty but, as in BUTT, then colon nice.
Oh.
Exclamation mark.
Naughty but nice.
Nice.
Naughty as in like nautical naughty, I'm presuming.
Oh,
No,
that's even better.
that
That's
would've been
even
better.
classier.
Even
Yeah.
better, yeah.
Who's this guy?
But in the end, you
Maybe
went for,
it's next year. B. Oh yeah.
We had Titanic 2, didn't we? That was
Titanic
one
2, the Revenge.
Revenge.
Something. Oh, what was the other one? There was one about Brexit. Can't remember what that was now.
I think it was just Brexit.
Thanks for Brexit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, EU.
Yeah.
But ended up going for Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, lovely.
Of Rainbow fame.
Lovely.
So,
Nice.
so it's been christened the Jeffrey.
Jeff the boat. Nice. Or do you have to say the full word, Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey,
Okay. Have you painted it on said boat?
It's been applied with
Semen.
gaffer tape as a temporary measure.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's good enough.
I'm
That is
building
good.
it.
Okay, should we play our first game?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. Oh, my thing was I went back to Leopoldsua with Dave, and I visited the toilets. I pissed on my balls, which was
Yes.
which was nice. So just
Yeah.
full circle, as it were.
How do you piss on your balls?
Having a small cock and massive balls.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I can tell. I can teach you this.
Yeah, it's really good.
What you've got to do? You've got to have a tiny cock.
Yeah,
They got balls. That'll do it.
that'll do it. Just very,
was
very.
it because of things that you'd taken that had kind of shriveled you up,
Yeah.
nice and tight?
A constricting agent. Yeah. There. One thing I noticed with America though, they have weird toilets. You know, like as in going for a number 2 toilet.
Do they
where
hold your balls back?
They're massive and also really, really shallow. So when you sit down, go for a poo, it kind of hangs in the water.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah. Does it have a little shelf? Some of them have like a
It's
little shelf
really,
where the poo lands
like,
on the shelf. And
I'd
then...
say like, yeah, this is it. I think they're kind of obsessed with trying to see if their poo's in shape or something like that. But One, I don't want my dick to float in poo water, and also I don't really want to see my poo. So, like, I'd say 70% of the toilets out there feature that. Anyway, there's a little tidbit for you.
Very nice.
Well, if we've got any American listeners, shout out and what the fuck's going on?
What's
going on, guys?
Explain yourselves.
Sort your fans out.
Deepen your toilets.
Deepen your toilet.
Yeah. Either that, or this is just like one hell of a humble brag. Like, my cock's so
No, not in any way. No, those toilets are fucking strange, man. Yeah.
Also, yeah.
That way. Oh god.
Good
Nice.
times. Well, it's nice,
That's,
nice catching up, wasn't it? Nice little
Yeah.
round the table.
Which leads us on to our first game of the evening.
Right.
I don't know what that is,
Jesus,
so
is it?
I'll take over right now.
Lovely
I like
presenting.
the way that you did the presenting. You so confidently took over and then backed up again. Pressure too much.
Oh no!
It's a niche presenting style, but
I like it.
I'm rocking it.
Very niche.
Okay, should we do Song Wars?
Yeah.
Song Wars.
Okay, so the name of the game is Song Wars. Me and Dan are going to play against Ollie and Dave. The premise of the game is that each team has to give the other one a famous band, and between the two of us, we have to guess 3 of the 5 most popular songs on Spotify. I think you should get more points if you guess number 1 as number 1, for
Yeah.
example.
What about if it's like points 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Perfect.
But only go. I reckon we should try and get 3 of the 5 rather than all 5, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
3
So
guesses, yeah.
we'll go first. Okay.
Okay.
So me and Dan can have a little talk. Who do you think we should throw them, Dan? What band?
I reckon we should throw them. I don't know. It's quite hard, isn't it?
I've got one already.
I'd quite like to do Bon Jovi, but I want that for me, really.
Yeah. Okay. We're having Bon Jovi. How about Limp Bizkit? Should we give them that?
I can't name 5 Limp Bizkit.
Limp
songs.
Bizkit.
You've got to name 3. You've got to name
Sorry,
3.
I
I
think I
just
can
spoke
name-
myself. I can't name 3.
I don't think I'm not sure I can name 3 even. Okay.
Okay.
What about Blur? Or something? No.
Blur?
This is
Blur?
I think we need to be bigger. I think
Okay.
we need to be a bigger band.
Coldplay.
What is bigger than Blur?
Yeah, right. Coldplay.
Yeah, Black.
Yeah. Coldplay. Ooh.
Well, how about someone from the 80s?
What about Survivor?
No, okay, yeah. Well, go on, Blur. There you go. That's a nice easy one to start off with. So,
Right. It's got to
So-
be Girls and Boys. Got to be number 1.
okay, I'm looking up.
I'm gonna go, Dave. We're gonna have to do a quick confer here. As
Yeah.
team
Do
buddies.
confer
Okay.
first, and
So
then
we've
nominate your 3.
You're making
Okay,
it
so-
sound like you don't agree with me, Ollie.
No, I agree with you, but I've also got another option for you that you might
Okay.
agree with me. Park Live.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good suggestion, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know which one. We can convert that in. What we're gonna go for our third one?
There's Charmless Man.
There is indeed. Yeah,
This one.
country ass.
Country House.
Well, what's that one that sounds like a big gospel bad boy? That's pretty. cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought Beetlebum. Beetlebum's another one.
Oh fuck! What? No, dude. Song 2.
There you go.
Song 2. Song 2.
Okay.
Do you think that's number 1? Song 2. Paradoxically.
Paradoxically. Whoa! Oh, should we keep it consistent with its?
Song 2 must be number 2.
Number 2. We'll go with that.
I'm with you on Part Life. Part Life number 1.
Okay, so it's gonna be Park Life number 1, Song 2 number 2, and then
Girls and Boys.
3.
Okay, now, so Park Life number 1, Song 2 number 2, and Girls and Boys number 3. Now, I have searched Blur on Spotify on my thing, and I don't think this is right. So I'm going to ask Dave.
Have you got the wrong Blur?
It puts 2 songs which definitely aren't in the top 5 at number 2 and 3. So Dave, can you look on your Spotify and type in Blur? So I'm going to trust you with this.
Is there such a thing as like sort by most played or something?
Yes, there is. It comes up on Spotify as the top 5, but I haven't.
okay.
I can't download Spotify on my computer because I have to have university admin rights to do it. So I'm doing it off an online thing, and it doesn't look right.
All right.
Yeah, let's go with Dave. Let's go with Dave's.
I wish I had that.
All right, let me have a little look.
I don't own Spotify either.
This is podcasting gold, isn't it? The old-
Yeah,
it is, man.
triple-
We're getting some like advertising revenue from Spotify for all this plugging.
So what I've got is song 2 is the top one, Girls and Boys and Coffee and TV, but I don't know.
Coffee and TV, yeah.
Is that-
I mean, top 5 down, top 5.
Yeah, that's what I've got as well. And then number 4 is Ghost Ship, which I haven't heard of, and number 5 is Tender, which I think is the one you were saying.
Yeah.
Tender.
We got
Okay.
2.
Song 2, number 1. Okay, all right, cool. So what did you get? 2. You got Girls and Boys and so you got 9 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
You got 900 points.
Yeah.
900 points. Excellent.
Okay, so who's our band?
I've got a suggestion. You got a suggestion there, Dave?
Okay, I've got one, but you go, Ollie. I'll search it.
Well,
I was gonna go for Take That.
wow,
Ooh.
that's quite beautiful. Yeah.
Quite a juicy little one there. You got a lot to play with. Because
Okay.
you're gonna go original Take That. You're gonna go the reincarnation of Take That.
Yes, that's a tricky one. They've had a lot of bangers, haven't they, over the
All
years?
right. Okay. Is that the one? Is that the one we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say some Take That tunes. Only takes a
Okay,
minute, Babe.
See, I don't think Babe would be in the top 5.
I'm just naming Take That songs.
Okay, I'm thinking of Back for Good is got to be in there.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
What's
I
the
think,
Let It Shine?
Patience, Let It Shine. Yeah, it's pretty. They're big. Greatest Day has been a bit. Today this could be the greatest day. And what about from the original incarnation? It only takes a minute.
Yeah.
What a tune that is.
Yeah. What were their other big hits? Yeah, Could It Be Magic?
Could It Be Magic?
Oh my god, this is hard, isn't it?
Gonna have to go back and
there's
listen to
one
it.
biggie you haven't mentioned yet as well. I don't actually know the stats, but there
Is it
one
new or old?
new?
New. Oh, I don't really know.
So not Shine, not Patience, not Greatest
The
Day.
biggest one. The biggest one.
Of the new ones,
Yeah.
Greatest Day and Patience are like the big, and Shine are like the biggest ones, aren't they?
There's a bigger one. Unless it's the old one. It could be an intermediate one. I'm not entirely sure, but
That's great help. Thank you.
They didn't have an interview.
When they were on a break.
Intermediate
Intermediate.
period.
Yeah.
That was their.
I can give a clue. It sounds like a Rolling Stones song at the start.
Ollie, text it to me. Text me it.
Rolling Stones song.
I know, but it's a Rolling Stones song that you'd think. Yeah, I'm going to text Dave. Me and Dave can have a nice little text-a-thon on that.
You can just, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
So
well-
for what we've got, what do you think are in the top 3 so far?
I think Back for Good has got to be. That's 100%. I think.
What's the one which was when Robbie left? Is that back?
There were a couple. Oh, Never Forget.
Pray?
was,
Pray.
Oh, pray.
Pray. Yeah, All I Do Is Know.
Never
and
Forget was the one I was after.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Never
So I tried to text it to you,
forget
Dave,
where
but-
you're coming from.
Yeah.
It does sound like a Rolling Stone song. You can't always get what you want. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You can't
call.
always get what you want. That's about
Yeah.
it.
So I think Back for Good is the only one I can say for certain. I think of the
You're gonna have to
newer-
hurry you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Back for Good.
I reckon Greatest Day might be in there.
Okay.
And it's good.
One more guess.
Or what do you reckon?
I don't know. I would have said Babe, but I don't know.
Okay, let's go for Babe, Back for Good, and Greatest Day.
But I reckon it's probably more likely to be more heavily laden with new ones.
Okay.
I think it's going to be
All right,
two.
so-
I think it's more likely to be 2 new ones and 1 old one, maybe.
I'm gonna
All
give
right.
you another 10 seconds.
Go,
Okay,
go.
Back for Good,
Yeah.
Patience, and Never Forget. Let's go that. Okay.
All right. Well, you've saved yourself there somewhat. It is heavily laden with new. Take that. So Number 5, reverse order. These Days, which is a different one to Greatest Day. Number 4 is Shine, which I think you mentioned, but backtracked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you did get number 3, I believe, which is Patience.
Sorry?
Did we say that?
No, we didn't. No, we said
Didn't
Back
get
for-
number 3.
No, oh no, we said. What did we say? Back for Good.
You said 2. You definitely said Rule the World or Patience.
We didn't say rule the
No,
world.
we didn't. We said Back for Good, Greatest Day, and Never Forget. It's
Oh, in which case you didn't save yourself. I take it all back. So number 1 was Back for Good. So you get 5
Okay.
points.
Okay.
all right. Well, that's Jesus Christ. That's
It's hard.
that's the trick. You either got to pick someone with that they know nothing about, which is not the point of the game, or someone with too many songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. I got confused by how long you went on about it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Yeah. Okay. You need to wrap this up.
I'd be
All
up
right,
for another one of those, also because I want to hear Dave's suggestion as well. So, you guys down for another round?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what?
Okay.
Let's throw him one back, Dan. Let's give him a hard one. I reckon someone with loads of songs will get him. So like someone like the Rolling Stones or Coldplay.
Kylie or Madonna or something.
Oh.
All good
Yeah.
suggestions.
Okay.
Boncy.
Let's go. Let's go Madonna. I think that's a good one because
Okay.
she's had hits out of her ass.
Yeah.
Not in the last 10
Yeah.
years, obs. But
I particularly like that album, Madonna Hits From My Arse.
okay, Madonna. Go on then.
Okay, David, Madonna.
Definitely Like a Prayer.
Yes, definitely like that. Like a Virgin.
Probably, possibly. I was
What's that,
thinking.
Ray of Light. Is that a song?
Yeah, really likes the song.
Absolute banger is what it is.
What's that she didn't? Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. She played
Oh,
Eva Peron, didn't she?
She did indeed. Was Spotify popular when that was? That's all I'm thinking. Is it going to be sort of time dependent? Is it going to be more the Madonna new bangers, or
Yeah.
the old
Well,
bangers?
if the take that is anything to go by, it's going to be new bangers. So, yeah,
Okay,
maybe
Like-
maybe we
like
stick with
Frat,
Prayer Light.
definitely. Yeah, yeah, it's got to be. I'm gonna go on that
Can
one.
I give you a
Virgin?
Can I give you a little hint? I think it's more. Well, it's definitely like pretty middly, pretty like middle is her stuff is early. Middle of it is early. I'd say
It's intermediate Madonna.
it's intermediate Madonna. Yeah.
Okay, so definitely like a prayer, like a Virgin. What do you reckon, Dave?
Well, that was quite an early one. Papa Don't Preach.
Papa don't preach, amen. Ooh, that's fucking biggie.
Uh,
Madonna's
res-
a different one, 'cause
Rescue
you've got
Me.
so many.
Justify My Love.
Shitballs. We're gonna have to agree on something here, David.
All right, I think we go with Ray of Light. Ray of Light.
Okay. Like a prayer.
Like a Prayer.
All right.
What was that one she did that was kind of countrified?
Tell me.
Yeah, that's what's called Tell Me. Yeah. No,
I have no idea what that is, but I can agree with you if you'd like. So, like a prayer, real life. Dave,
Yeah.
I'm handing over the last one to you, mate.
Great presenting.
all right. I'm gonna say Cherish, just because I really like it.
Okay.
Oh, curveball at the last minute.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
You know
Okay.
me. I'm always. last
Okay, so what's number one? Ray of Light, you're saying is number one.
Oh, I'm going to say like a prayer is number one.
Oh, Like
Yeah.
a Prayer number one, Ray of Light 2, and Cherish 3.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan?
Okay, we've got 4 minutes featuring Justin Timberlake. Number 1, Material
What?
Girl. Number 2, Like
Material
Oh,
Girl.
Like a Prayer. Number
Material
3, Like a Virgin.
what?
Number 4, and Hung Up.
Oh.
Number 5.
What was 5?
Hung Up.
Hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea what that is.
So-
Oh, what?
You got some points. I don't know what points you got. 3 points.
2 points. You're going to have 2.
2 points.
902 points so far. That's
Okay.
good.
Right, so the finale of this game. You guys have got to
Yes.
pick one for us.
Okay. Shall I? You right for me to go, Ollie? Yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, you go for it.
Got one
Yeah.
lined up. I'm gonna give you Queen.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Who?
great. Queen.
That's good.
Well,
Queen.
yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. I'd
Yeah,
probably say.
done.
I'd
Go
say
with
that's
that.
it. I'd say that's probably
Yeah.
it.
Or
Under Pressure.
Yeah. Slap.
Which one are you swapping?
Okay, so Bohemian Rhapsody 1.
Yeah.
I reckon then Under Pressure, and then We Are the
Oh,
Champions.
what about
Obviously, there's Killer Queen. Don't Stop Me Now was pretty big.
what's
We
the,
Will Rock You.
What's the one where he's doing the hoovering?
Oh, I Want to Break Free.
Oh, great tune. Great tune.
Fuck.
Oh, see, we were really.
Yeah, we were.
I like the decisive. So let's stick with first. So Bohemian Rhapsody 1,
Yeah.
Under Pressure 2, and We Will. Oh no, what was it?
We Are the Champions, or We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
Or
Let's
what?
go.
Break Free.
Yeah. Okay, I Want to Break Free. 3. Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't have changed. Number 5 was Free Will Rock You. Number 4, Under Pressure. Number 3, didn't mention it. Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, good.
Number 2, you did mention it. Bohemian Rhapsody. And
Number
number
2.
1, you did mention it, but didn't say it. Don't Stop Me Now.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
number
off.
1.
Shit.
Never.
Wow.
Well,
I thought.
it's down here as number 1, but actually looking at the plays, Bohemian Rhapsody is number 1, so I'm not quite sure how that works. But
Okay.
You get
So,
so,
50
yeah,
points
you
for that.
got lots of points for that. I think you probably won.
Okay,
overall.
I think we won. Sounds right.
Yeah, I think we
Sound.
won.
It feels right. Sounds right. Must be right.
Yeah. If it feels right.
So-
And
sounds
it
right.
sounds right.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't
mean-
do very well at Madonna, did we? Really?
All right. Okay,
No,
gents. Well,
Madonna-
that
That was hard, man.
It's
was a,
Madonna that fucked you. Yeah.
that was a good game. I like that game. Very good. We've got some other games. I was having a little ponder whilst I was showering this morning of things in life that would work well together. Some things have a sort of symbiotic relationship where they may not appear to be something that would align together, but they would go together, such as a sperm bank and a strip club. That would, in my mind, mesh up real nice. Are there any other things in this world that would do such a good mix? Over to you.
Yeah. Shit.
Vicarage in a primary school.
Yeah.
Or
Most vicarages are near primary schools as well.
Yeah.
yeah. Or a Catholic church and a child trauma centre. They could go in one door, out the other.
Boom.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Nice and smooth conveyor belt. Something like animal cremation and Ginster's pasties. That could go nicely together. Or
maybe that's it. Maybe there are. There's like two things. That's why they aren't all together. Yeah, it's more of a ponderer, isn't it?
It is a ponderer. It is yeah.
How
Okay.
much pondering we're doing.
Yeah, everyone. I'm stroking my chin. Ollie stroking his chin.
Yeah, I got my chin going.
Yeah.
Must be something to do with boats coming across the Mediterranean and Brexit referendums or voting booths or.
See, now I've just got burns in my head. So I was going to say a shell suit, a shops that sell shell suits and linking onto a burns unit.
when I was like an adult, as an adult, I went to Woodlands or Creeley or one of these
Adventure parks.
adventure parks.
Adventure farms.
And they've got like a demon drop slide, and it says on it says on a warning, it says don't go down this wearing shell suits or anything, because you will just literally just melt shell suit onto you.
But you did it anyway.
But I did it anyway.
You got that cool scar.
Yeah, and now
It would be great. You kind of come down like the DeLorean in Back to the Future, just a trail of two flames. So
And the brilliant
butt cheeks, yeah.
and the brilliant thing is, if you wore it now and did that, you could actually come out like the DeLorean in flames and go, fuck, I've just come from 1981. What year is this? Please tell me that Space Jam is still a thing. For the love of God, please tell me that Michael Jackson is still making that sweet, sweet music. He's black, right?
So I think probably that might be the extent of all the bundles, but we can have that in the back of our mind, can't we? Just as something ticking over, in case we come up with any more. Did you have any more games, Joe?
Well, I had a game. This is something we're going to have to workshop live on air.
Yeah.
Where we get a genre, and then each of us gets about 20 seconds to tell a story, and then the next person we pass it on has to continue that story until we've told a whole story in roughly 2 or 3 minutes that corresponds to the genre. So if we go wildly off course, maybe we'll have to correct ourselves. So, for example, if the genre was action hero movie, someone could start off with, it was a cold day in December. Danny Hardman.
Danny Hardman.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good.
That is a good. Yeah.
Obvious.
Stubbed out a cigarette on his arm and said, it's a good day to be Danny Hardman.
It's a good day to Danny Hardman.
Right, itself, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, so obviously I'm hoping that you three are better at this than I am, but you get the idea. So you've got 20 seconds, and the key thing is you have to leave your go at a non-terminal hanging point. So you don't want to leave it on a full stop. So, for example, and he got out of his helicopter and said, pass on to the next person. So,
okay, let's start with action film Danny Hardman.
No, I don't want Danny Hardman. I want a different name.
Hans Bullet.
Hans Bullet.
Hans Bullet.
Bullet. Yeah, Hans Bullet's good.
Okay, so Dave, as you've come up with Hans Bullet, give us the first kind of part of the story in around 20 seconds before you pass on to Ollie.
Shall
Ollie
I do this when it's time?
So it goes Dave to Ollie, Ollie to Dan, Dan to me, back to Dave. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are we working this? Am I going to take my headphones out?
No. We're just going to...
Good. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, Danny Hardman.
We've got to try and kind of wrap up the rough story within a couple of minutes. That's the plan. Okay. Off you go, Dave.
Is it in the perspective? Is it from the perspective of the narrator, or are we just saying don't overthink it? All right. Okay.
Hans Bullet wouldn't box it in.
No, he wouldn't.
No.
Go.
No doubt part. These bullets, the truth. Anyway, sorry.
Go.
It was a crisp winter's day. Hans Bullet stood at the mountaintop watching the sun slowly disappear across the horizon. The helicopter that he had got out of had fallen.
Ollie.
Off the edge of the cliff, sadly. It was his favourite helicopter. Hans was a sad Hans. It was not the day to be Hans, but he knew in his heart that Hans was the day. So...
Hans took his Glock out of his pocket and gently, seductively caressed it and said to it, "Old friend, it's time for us to go to action again. We must avenge the helicopter. We will find the person who destroyed the helicopter. That's the last thing we shall do."
Okay.
Sorry, I'd already gone.
Yeah. Just at that moment, Hans received a text on his phone. Bleep, bleep, the phone seemed to say. He reached inside of his double denim jean pocket, sturdy, strong, Levi's 405s, and pulled out his phone, Motorola 305. old but classic. And the text said,
Nothing. Sorry. In his anger, Hans smashed the mobile phone between his fists, and instead looked to the sky to see smoke signals coming across the mountaintop. Being of Inuit descent, he was able to decipher these and immediately realized that they said,
"They're in trouble," said Hans. But he did not care for the Inuit inside. Hans did not care for anything anymore. Once that phone and the helicopter are gone, he just didn't know what to do. So he took himself down to the local town, hit up a bar. Oh, there's some fitties there. What's Hans going to do next? Well, we're just about to find out.
He walks outside and discovers a time machine with these fitties inside it. They said,
Fitty TARDIS.
They said, Hans, we are the fitties from the future. We have come to collect you and take you on a magical journey. Please come with us now as we go together into time.
Okay, so of course he goes with the fitties, but as he gets into the magical phone box TARDIS time machine, he says, "So I'd like to go back to about 15 minutes before where my helicopter crashed." But they say, "No, Hans, no, we're going back to 1997, the year of Britpop. For you are going to become the lead singer of
Hope." I'm stopping it there. I'm bringing us back.
Beautiful.
Let's have a new genre. And
Okay.
it turns out all along that Hans Bullet is Jarvis Cocker.
I've got to say, that was a shit story. Okay, new genre. Let's go with
Romance?
rom-com.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, I'll kick this one off.
Same order, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know why I'm counting myself, and I just
Count
wanted
yourself
to
in. I'll do it. Okay, Hugo.
Okay, Anna Singleton was a single woman in her 30s. She'd had her run of bad luck. Sure, some guys had come and gone, but the right one was just around the corner. Wasn't he? Right? Well, no. It'd been 5 years since she'd been dumped by Colin Gorgeous, her boyfriend, who was, quite frankly, gorgeous. He ran a successful chain of libraries in the town centre. In her job as a production assistant on a famous film, she was feeling glum one day when over walked a man who said,
"Hi, I'm Jimmy Nice Guy. You may not remember me because I kind of blur into the background because I've got silly hair and glasses. But if you'll just spend a little bit of time with me and grow to know me, you'll find that actually I'm really, really lovely. And if you'll take off my glasses and let me restyle my hair, you'll find that actually I am
Harvey Babe Station. Good boy. I'm actually really Harvey Babe Station. I'm a thrill seeker. I'm a fun lover. I could be the man of your dreams." So Anna was obviously like, "Shit, I'm sold. Obs." So I took his number and they agreed to go on a date. And Harvey was like, "Well, we should possibly go to
The time machine, which appeared. We headed into the time machine, and it got hot and steamy. She pressed her breasts against the man, and he seemed to enjoy it as they travelled through time together. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a knock on the time machine.
and it was her neighbour. What they didn't realise was the time machine wasn't a time machine at all. It was just something that he'd said to get her into bed. She was always falling for these kind of ruses. Actually, it was just a big cardboard box, and he was just making loads of sounds. The neighbour was knocking at the door because it had happened again. She'd been abducted by someone who was pretending it was a time machine. The neighbour said, "For fuck's sake,
You've got to stop falling for this time machine bullshit, you stupid woman." I mean, every time they come and all they have to do is dangle a time machine in front of you, and you'll get into any garden shed which is full of steam and think that you're actually going back in time and then fall hopelessly in love with them. And this is why you keep ending up with
Bruce Hamilton. Oh, the guy. Who's the guy who's that wanton warrior who fixes said shed? Oh, Brucey came around the corner and she was like, oh, he's actually the one. Maybe this time my destiny will be sealed. And then Brucey said,
come with me on an adventure through time and space. We shall use my time machine and explore the very nature of existence. Come into my box. It may look very humble, but it's really good inside. Also, get naked and put the butter on.
So Anna said, well, if you're sure it's a real time machine, then I will. At this point, the neighbour face-palmed himself in the face and just walked away. And said, you know what? You're just going to get whatever's coming to you. Get in the fucking box. Luckily for Anna, it turned out
that it was actually a time machine, Mr. Hamilton was true to his word and took her on a odyssey of traveling across the most spectacular historical landscapes, and she realized that true love was
Bruce Hamilton. The end.
Oh, that was a nice ending.
Oh,
yeah.
that was good. That was good.
You know
I like
what?
the time machine twist. That was good.
Yeah.
Reference back to earlier.
It wandered a little bit in the middle, but Ollie, you really stuck the ending.
Bruce Hamilton.
Yeah.
right. No more time machines. We've done that.
I
Story
promise.
device.
Okay, so mine's going to be about time travel.
Should we do one more before moving on?
Okay, yeah, let's do horror.
Horror. Okay, Ollie, do you want to kick this one off?
It was a dark, stormy eve. The castle. Do not enter. However, intrepid explorers, Jamie Pies and Sarah Blackman, they were going to go to the castle because they were daring motherfuckers. They want to go and see some adventure. They want to see some ghosts. And they opened the front door.
Inside, they found a chest. They looked inside the chest to discover a glove. They put the glove on and wandered up the stairs. But little did they know the glove had become alive and had started to get round the neck of one of them. And suddenly, as they were being choked...
Sarah Blackman said, Jamie Pies, get your hands off. What are you doing? And he said, the glove, it's possessed. And she said, no, it's just too small and you are having problems moving your hand. Just in that moment, a door creaked.
And Jamie said, well, we probably ought to oil that because that'll disturb anybody who's sleeping. So he went and got some WD-40. But little did he know that his possessed glove took the WD-40 and then from his other hand, a lighter produced itself and he sparked it and...
turned it into a deodorant, fucking hairspray combination, badass. I can't actually do this.
Don't do it.
Which completely burnt the glove to shit, destroyed the glove, and the spirit of the glove was no more. However...
the spirit of the glove was some more, and suddenly... suddenly the glove's ghost came and began to scare them. Ooh, I am the ghost of gloves past. I have cursed you. Any time you wear a glove, you will be scared. Ah!
Sarah said, would it not be feasible for us to just never wear a glove again? To which the ghost glove said, oh, yes, that is a loophole in my plan. But also, fuck you, because I'm a ghost glove. Just then, a vampire appeared. Yeah, why not?
who was replete with gloves of all types and description and forced all manner of haunted gloves onto both Sarah Blackman and the other guy's hands. So they were then laden with haunted gloves, one on each of their 4 hands cumulatively. And the next thing that happened was...
It turns out the gloves weren't possessed by the vampire at all. He'd been hoodwinked by an elf earlier in the day. And we're out to get the vampire. So basically he got hoisted by his own petard. So Sarah and Pies went at the vampire, ripping him limb from limb with the haunted gloves. Actually turned to be their savior.
Suddenly.
The ends. There we go. We're fucking ends.
Okay.
Very
Not
good.
as strong as the last one, but yeah, I like the fact that we've gone for. Yeah. The scariest thing we can come up with is haunted gloves.
Haunted gloves, Jamie Pies and Sarah Black.
There's a couple of strong protagonists there. I think.
I think Jamie Pies. I would watch a film with Jamie Pies and Sarah.
Jamie Pies. There you go.
I just like the idea of someone called Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Sarah. But Sarah. No. Sarah.
Sarah. How do you spell that? Sarah.
Double barrels.
Double-barreled first name.
Yeah, like Mary Ann, but just the same name.
Just to wrap up before we call it a night tonight. I have been talking for a long time about us maybe working together, much like we've just done, and creating sort of a writer's room and developing like either a sort of a film or a little script or something which we could do each week, and we'll build it up and add to it. So this week, I thought we could just start with. I don't think we'll ever make names as good as Sarah Blackman, but with just some characters using the Dan Harmon story circle. So, does anybody have an idea for a sitcom that they would, or a show or something? I like the idea of having like either a sort of persistent universe with which, like sort of Black Mirror, with which stuff happens in, like Tales of the Unexpected or whatever, little small one-shot stories, but that all take place in the same sort of universe.
Okay, so we need some characters for this.
I think Sarah Blackman's got to be probably one of them, isn't it?
No, Jamie Pies. Jamie Pies. After his glove thing. No, okay, so the starting point of a strong character is obviously the name.
Yes, obviously.
So, suggestions, names.
Tommy Fingers.
Tommy Fingers.
What
is...
a brilliant guy. Sorry, I'm going.
What is it that we're going to write about? Because then we could think about characters based on that. Or do you just come up with some characters and then think
characters,
start the other way around? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Clive Fasthands.
No, it's got to be like sort of ludicrous, but in the way that, like, I don't know, like Chad Raddington, pro surfer. It could be an actual name, but it's like stupid. But like Fast Fingers, you're not going to get a legit human being called
Crisp.
Clint Crisp. I like him already.
Clinton Crisp.
Clinton Crisp. That's too close to
Clint to his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint Crisp. What does Clint do? What's his backstory?
So Clint is a failed rock star. Had a band in the 80s, New Romantics, full makeup, haunted gloves and everything. They had some limited success. One of their singles reached number 35 in the charts, but then the band internally combusted, fell out, and Clint has now found himself working on the cheese counter in Morrison's
with a solo career in the pipeline.
So he's just like a failed rock star kind of character, basically. So if we're going to pull this in like a multiple stories into one story, we're going to have a linking agent, basically.
Cheese counter.
So what about having someone called something like T-Bone Boomtown, who is
yes, definitely T-Bone.
So he's an agent. He's on the. So he's from America.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's an American. He's cool. He's an agent. He wears a leather jacket. He uses hands-free phone, and Clint sees him as his ticket back to the world of stardom. So he happens to be in the UK. He could be in the UK buying some cheese off the counter. Yeah, whilst checking out some hot new acts, and Clint realizes who he is. So T-Bone Boomtown, hot new agent.
We're not sure about T-Bone, why such a big agent finds himself in Morrison's in Dewsbury, but, Clint is that desperate for success, he wants to believe, so that could be a kind of a running story through the episodes that, we're not really sure whether T-Bone is just a charlatan taking the piss. Clint really wants to believe in him.
So it could open with T-Bone on his hands free at the cheese counter saying, "Yeah, will you tell Ed Sheeran that he can suck my dick?"
I don't get out of bed for less than 5 million.
Yeah.
Chapangas.
Tell that ginger little hobbit that, if he doesn't write another Galway Girl quick smart,
he'll be Prince.
Oh my god, that song is so shit.
He followed up with a sequel, Cork Woman.
Cork Woman.
A woman who floats. Anyway, so there are two characters so far. T-Bone Boomtown, agent, or is he?
Yeah.
We need a love interest.
Yeah, Shanessa.
Shanessa's nice.
Shanessa.
Shanessa what?
Shanessa Watt is a perfect name.
Yeah, Shanessa Watt. Yeah.
What?
She's like a aspiring cam girl / baker at the supermarket.
Yeah, she works on the bakery counter, which is a considerable step up from the cheese counter.
Also, plenty of opportunities for her to say stuff about her baps if she's an aspiring cam girl.
Oh, that's going to be gold, yeah.
Or buns.
Yeah, buns, baps, yeah. I mean, each week she should stretch the pun further.
Yeah.
Till the point
I'll let
that
you stick.
Cease to make any,
I'll let you stick your cock in my bap.
Show me your waffles.
Yeah.
Nice. So basically, what's the backstory? So basically, we've got Clint.
Yeah.
So is he there's a bit of romantic interest between Clint and Shanessa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and then
I think Clint should be kind of maybe mid-30s to early 40s. Shanessa should be considerably
45.
younger.
Older.
No, I was going to say younger so that
I say early 20s.
He's trying to impress her with his musical career. So you might have heard of the song "Dance Girl Dance," which was a big hit in the or I don't know. We could workshop some of his songs, but yeah.
Lover Boy Boogie.
Lover Boy Boogie.
Yeah. We were third next to Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, we were the runner-up for Eurovision that year.
Where is it set? It needs to be somewhere, I think, like the equivalent of Norwich, Alan Partridge's, somewhere that's a little bit.
Dewsbury works, man.
Dewsbury, West Yorkshire.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go with that. My entire family's from there. This is the kind of thing that
we'll have to put on northern accents. That'll be fine.
Okay, no, that's Scottish. It's Scottish, is it? Yeah.
Too far north.
Top of the morning to you.
Too far west.
Okay, obviously we're going to need, apart from T-Bone, we're going to need a bit more of an antagonist. So maybe the supermarket manager or someone who's kind of riding his ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What about Daryl? Daryl.
Big balls.
Daryl Big balls. Daryl.
No.
What about a triple-barreled Daryl Johnson?
Cheeseman.
Daryl Johnson Cheeseman.
Yeah. I like Daryl Johnson Jones or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he can call himself Triple Barrel Daryl.
Yeah, Triple Barrel Daryl. Yeah.
I think
TBD.
it should sound a little bit posher than Jones. So So what was it? Daryl.
Jonas.
What was the first name? Daryl
Johnson Smythe or something.
Oh yeah.
Fortigue.
Fortigue.
No, I've got it. Daryl Fortigue Montague.
Daryl Fortigue Montague is good.
It's all the Qs.
And
Okay.
he's also got romantic designs on Shanessa.
Yes.
Yeah. And he could call himself, Triple Barrel Daryl or Trip Bar Da.
About that.
Yeah. But he's
Trip
the
Bar Da.
only one who calls himself Trip Bar Da.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one. Yeah. And then Shanessa, well, basically Clint could, because he gets in contact with the agent, say that he could make her pop star dreams come true, or dancing dreams, or whatever she does.
Yeah.
Which could be a good thing, but then there could be some kind of thing between obviously the agent and the Shanessa as well.
Oh my god, triple. Maybe they
yeah.
should all be involved in some sort of orgy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just boom. Opening scene is just
fine.
all of them really high in this flat, just all banging together, and
And
then
the whole time, T-Bone is Snapchatting it to his
check
to
out
his,
my story.
1,000 followers or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good. Oh yeah, in Dewsbury, living large.
I'm
Too
balls deep in 2-8.
Hashtag music.
Hashtag baller.
Yeah.
Hashtag
well,
hidden talent.
I'm up to.
That's some good stuff to go on with, I reckon.
Yeah, I like that.
We need to make a note of it to kind of save.
Yeah,
this for
I
next
assume
time.
somebody's been writing all that down.
I assume that what I'll do is I'll edit the episode and do all of that stuff. I'll assume one of you boys will type it all up and make it into a thing. I'm guessing that's a joke. Sorry, a little bit of internal humour.
Okay, it will be done one way or another.
It will happen.
Should we say good night then?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah,
not-
lovely. Thank
Okay.
you. Take us out, Ollie.
Lovely to see you guys,
Lovely to see you too.
and thanks for watching, everyone who's definitely watching.
Over and out.
Yeah,
Slapback Chat Frat. We'll see you again.
Crab Shack.
Crab Shack. Bye.
Crab
See
Shack.
you on the next Crab Shack.
For life. Crab goals.
Slapback Chat Frat.